Boy, I pick up vanilla right away, though. Wow.
Layers of berry, plum, and spice with a supple texture, well-rounded tannins, and bright acidity.
Oh, I like that. Oh, that is beat hanging vine.
Oh, yeah? Well,
Who is this? Is this another guy cookie?
this is
Robert Modavi. You've heard of the Modavi family, haven't you? California? Okay. Robert Modavi, Michael Modavi. There's been a family split, Michael and Robert. And actually, I had the opportunity about a month ago to meet Mr. Michael Modavi at Elite Apollo's for a celebrity, at a function, and a very interesting individual. And one of his wines has just been ranked in the high 90s. And I don't recall which one it was, I'm sorry. Yeah, this is very good, isn't it? So now we're going to try this with the aerator. Okay, so now you felt it. You know what it tastes like. Okay, and basically, truly, an aerator is just that. We're incorporating air into the wine just a bit, and you'll see, hopefully, it really makes it a bit softer. Now, because we're incorporating air, you may see a few bubbles in there, but it's a great way to taste the wine. I think it adds a little more complexity to the wine. I especially like it from the conversation piece. I think it's a great way to introduce people to wines that they may not like beforehand. I think sometimes red wines to me can be harsh, can be a little bit heartier than they should be, especially the Bordeaux's. You know, the French Bordeaux's, I like using the aerator for those particular kinds of wines. And I think you're gonna see a little bit of difference. So give it a taste. See what you think. Sorry, thanks. You'll notice that most of the wines, especially the reds, that when they talk about aromas or bouquets, depending on the age or where it's from, the berries always seem to be the predominant type of flavors or aromas. Yeah, you can see the bubbles. Of course, the first time you pour this, you know, I had no, not that this has a head on it, but you can see the bubbles on it. How's the legs on this? Oh yeah, good legs. See, I taste the difference. Yeah. You know, I tasted it, and you know, and if you don't taste it, don't try and convince me. But to me, I always taste the difference with this. When you do taste a wine or have a wine that is aerated, you don't want to let it sit. So when you pour an aerated wine, when you pour from the bottle, you only want to have enough for 1 or 2 swallows, and then pour again. You don't want to pull a full glass of wine through an aerator. I like this wine.
It tastes so much better with the
Yeah, it just softens it to me. It just, you know, if it neither softens the tannin or whatever. Now, we haven't talked about sulfites yet, and I thought we should mention that. And I'm a perfect candidate for sulfites. I'm very, very sensitive to sulfites. Whenever I have any kind of a wine that has a good amount of sulfites in it, my extremities will swell, my fingers right away. I will feel it within a minute. You know, I'll know right away. Now, I'm not saying that that's a poor quality wine. Wines on their own naturally will develop their own sulfites. Some wines, some manufacturers will add sulfites to the wine to help preserve the shelf life of the wine, okay, because that's exactly what it does. There is a sulfite warning that can be listed on the labels. You know, caution, you know, may contain sulfites. So if that's the case, you know, Not saying that that lessens the quality, but you will notice a difference. Not all the time. For example, that's part of the reason why I like my homemade the Dago Red so much when I first started drinking wines, is because that actually had no sulfites at all, and that's the reason why it had to be kept refrigerated all the time. Because without that, it would spoil. The sulfites, of course, help preserve it. And they are developed naturally, okay? Specifically in reds, okay? Rarely do you find those in any whites, all right? So what do you think? The Robert Modavi, I think they do a good job.